Hi everyone, you're very welcome and I hope you're all having a wonderful day today. So today I just want to talk a little bit again about healthy eating and trying to get back on track after Christmas. As I said in a previous video, I gained about a half stone over the Christmas and I have a lot more than that to lose, but this isn't all about weight loss. It's more about health and healthy eating. So I have lost 2 pounds since that video. And I know that's very little really and it's slow, but that's kind of what I'm looking for. We still went out for a meal last week and we had a few glasses of wine at the weekend, and that's how I want to continue with this. I don't want the all or nothing attitude where I can lose a half stone in 10 days and then just gain it all back really quickly. It's more a slow progression, but it's more healthy eating than a diet is the way I'm looking at it these days. Out of some of the gift money that I was given this Christmas by family members, I decided to buy a Morphy Richard Soup Maker. I've wanted it for a while. Now I know it's kind of totally unnecessary because it's very easy to make soup and I do make it. I enjoy a bowl of soup, but it's just something that I wanted and I was in the position to get it, so I did. So today I'm going to make a very easy soup. I'm just going to do leek and potato basically, very basic. Very fast, but it's a delicious soup and one that I always enjoy. So I hope you enjoy watching. So first things first, we need to get this hair tied back out of the way. And I'll just continue now with the soup. So I'm going to start by just preparing this veg. Now I'm going to cut off the tops and the ends of this large leek, and they're always fairly dirty, so Bronte, sorry about that, the dog here is barking. What I like to do is I like to cut it in half and then just pop it into the sink here, and what I like to do is kind of unfold the sections and sort of get down, well down into it, because this one doesn't look too bad, but sometimes you can get real lumps of muck and dirt inside in them. And I don't like to cut away all the green part. I know if you cut off the green part it can be cleaner, but usually the most nutritious part in a vegetable is in the green area. So just getting rid of anything that looks a bit unsightly. Giving it a good rinse. So let's bring it back and just have a look, and there are a few bits on there that I'd like to discard. Just little brown bits. And yeah, that seems okay. So the next thing I'm going to do is just slice it up. And because it's gone in the soup maker, I don't need to slice it up too much, because the good thing about the soup maker is it's going to whiz it all up anyway. So there's no wrong or right, you know, it's just basically chop it up. And I'm going to come on and just pop all that into a bowl for now. It's all washed and clean and ready to go. So next I'm going to chop up my onions. Now I didn't have a large onion, so I'm just using 2 smaller ones. This thumb is still bothering me, but anyway, I'll get by it. I'm not going to let it stop me or prevent me from doing things too much anyway. And I can always use my left hand. Oh, let's see. So do any of you have any nice recipes that you'd recommend for healthy eating? You know, good nutritious food. And like this, good nutritious food, but something that's easy enough to prepare, you know, and with not a million different ingredients in it that you have to go out and buy a whole load of stuff. It's handy just having a few staples that, you know, you'd normally would have the stuff in the house, in your fridge or in your cupboard anyway. And there we go. So I'm just going to add that into the bowl with the leeks. And next I'll start with the potatoes. I would have normally peeled the potatoes with the knife, but I do find it awkward right now. But these peelers are quite handy. I've only ever really used them for carrots in the past, because I can, or I could, peel a potato a lot faster just using the knife. But anyway, once it does the job, that's all that matters. So what are your goals for 2026? Have any of you set any resolutions or just, you know, bucket lists or plans that you might have for this year that you just decided, yeah, I'm going to do that this year and that's it? I don't kind of really do New Year's resolutions anymore. I used to when I was younger, but generally they didn't last very long. So these days, I just decide that I'm going to try my best and do what I can. And I find that that works better. No point in giving yourself too hard of a time. We all do our best. And you know, nobody knows what life is going to throw at them. So everything is fine one minute and the next thing, you know, life happens. And there's no way of planning ahead for that. Now, just going to put this into the bin. So that's all that cleaned up, and I can hear my sister saying, do you not have a compost, Carrie? Herself and her husband grow all their own veg. They have a fabulous garden, and yeah, I'm lucky that I get stuff off of them. as well. You know, they often pass on stuff to me. Lovely fresh veg and everything is organic. But unfortunately I don't. So I'm just going to go ahead now and chop this up. And again, don't have to be overboard with the sizes or anything. But if she lived nearer to me, I could keep the peels and stuff for her and pass them on, but we're about 2 hours drive away from each other, so we don't see each other all of the time. Now, so they're the next thing that are going to go into my bowl. And the one ingredient that I add, I add it to all my soups, excuse me, is just some fresh garlic. And I know that's not typically part of the recipe for leek and potato soup, but I love garlic in everything. And it's good for you, so why not? Anyway, next thing I want to do is just get my stock prepared, and for that I'm going to use just an oxo chicken soup. Sorry, an oxo chicken cube. So I poured about a pint of water into this Pyrex dish, and I can add more if I want it afterwards, but it's just to dissolve the cube in stock cube. So how's the best way to go now here? Let's see. I'm going to just pop you over to the soup maker. Let's see. Try and get the angle in a way that, yeah, you can see it. So I'm just going to take the lid off of that. And as you can see, it's got the blender and everything in it. The first thing I'm going to do is just pour in the liquid. Try not to make too much of a mess. And then I'm coming along with I'm probably doing this backwards. Let's see. Yeah, it's probably better. I'm going to pop everything in there. Just a couple of bits got away. And also coming in with, I had just 3 cloves of garlic that I just sliced up. There's no need to go mincing them or anything like that. So next thing I'm going to do is come in and I'm going to fill that up with some more water first of all. So I'm just bringing it up to the line where it says, I don't know if you can see it there on the side. There's one on the inside as well, the max and the minimum. So I have it up to the maximum on the inside. And also, I just want to go ahead and just add some freshly cracked black pepper into it, just for flavour. So, we'll come back in with the lid, pop that down, Just switched it on there at the socket, and this comes with smooth chunky, and then it has a setting for cleaning it, and you can also make smoothies and stuff or just blend stuff in this. So I want to have the smooth one. So I'm just going to press the mode, and the smooth is flashing, so I'm going to press start. And as you can see there, it's got 21 minutes. So I'll come back and we'll see the results of it. This is it bubbling away. We still have 14 minutes left. But I just wanted to show you it working. Now I know after a while, I have used it a few times before, and I think it's going to happen now. Frightened the life out of me actually the first time that this happened. No, it's just bringing it to a boil. It's every so often it starts, what could I say? It starts to blend it up, and it gets quite loud, and it's really scared me. First time I went and I did my wash up, and I went and sat down, and the next thing it started making, I thought it was going to explode. But it's just part of the cycle. Well, that was the start of it. And again, I got a fright. Just got to about 10 minutes and then it started whizzing it up. It's excellent. It just does it all for you. What could be easier? So that's it. And when it's ready, it bleeps loudly a few times, and it has this keep warm function on it. So you can basically just pop your veg in your stock in and just walk away and leave it. And if you don't want it for an hour, when you come back, it's still kept warm for you. So I'm just going to pop the lid off there now. Just place it down. And this is what we've got. So I'm just going to put the ladle in there. Now you can put as much veg and make all different types of soup, whatever you like, really, to your own taste. So I'm just going to serve myself up a nice bowl of that. So there we have it. That's the finished result, and I'm going to have a taste of that now. So let's see. It's lovely and thick from the potatoes. I'm going to have this for my lunch today, but I won't have any bread with it because there's enough carbs, I guess, in the potatoes. But let's have a try. Oh, that's absolutely delicious. Yeah, that's lovely. Now you may want to season it with a bit more salt and pepper, but that's just perfect for me. So I hope you've enjoyed watching. If you have, please hit that like button. And if you haven't already, I'd love if you would subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope everyone has a great day.